Were the pyramids of Giza built with resonance technology? Randall Carlson and Graham Hancock returned on the Joe Rogan show to talk about Hancock's new Netflix series. While they were there, Carlson divulged some secret research he had been doing with a team of scientists stationed far out in the Maldives island chain off the coast of India. He says that his main point of contact, Malcolm Bendall, built some technology based on sacred geometry principles and the concepts of Nikola Tesla. One of the projects, as explained by Carlson, is the invention of a generator that doesn't require any fuel or moving parts. It uses what is called plasmoids, a toroidal cluster of net protons and electrons. These circular clusters of plasma can generate energy from matter and are self-charging. They can be used for engines and much more. Carlson also hints that this team of scientists is experimenting with resonance technology that is being used to recreate alternative methods that the constructors of the pyramids might have used. Carlson said he was eager to share this information with the public for the last several years, but couldn't up until now. The scientists were careful to keep these projects secret so that there wouldn't be an intelligence community or military interference. They're beginning to go public with their projects because they finally patented their work and are taking steps to open source the material to make it less viable to government suppression. Over the years, many people have built free energy systems, and some of these people have been seemingly targeted or have suffered mysterious deaths. Infamous British hacker Gary McKinnon hacked 97 United States military and NASA computers over a 13-month period between February 2001 and March 2002 from his girlfriend's aunt's house in London using the name Solo. He did so to find information of UFO and free energy suppression. In an interview with the online blog for Wired.com back in 2006, McKinnon explains his motive as stating, "I knew that governments suppressed anti-gravity, UFO-related technologies, free energy, or what they call zero-point energy. This should not be kept hidden from the public when pensioners can't pay their fuel bills." He also claimed to have come across some images of UFOs and an interesting and massive file known as the Disclosure Project, with over 400 testimonials from various government sectors of UFO experiences. This was more than 10 years before the current Disclosure Project, which has now been released. McKinnon faced up to 70 years in U.S. prison for his actions. After 10 years of being caught between the US and British legal systems, he was finally allowed to be tried by his home government, who gracefully allowed him to walk away without jail time. Of course, we have the tragic story of Nikola Tesla, who was by far the most advanced metaphysical scientist of his millennia, whose research was definitely suppressed. His inventions and motives were to provide free energy systems to the world, which would have rendered his competitors, Edison and such, as useless. Tesla's labs and research were destroyed on multiple occasions. Although his name is used as the face of one of the leading technocratic companies of today, he died a relatively poor and unknown man. Recent progress in free energy systems has been made by retired American military captain Moses West. He created a machine that creates safe, drinkable water out of thin air. He was using his machine to provide free water to the people of Flint, Michigan, whose water systems have been out of use for quite some time now, with no major help from the government. His machine was recently tampered with and rendered to be almost broken. In recent news interviews, he expressed that whoever tampered with it knew what they were doing. Getting back to Carlson, he and Hancock speculate that the pyramids of Giza could have been built with resonance technology. Carlson relates that everything vibrates at a certain frequency, and when we learn what that frequency is, we can create connectivity that allows us to manipulate the object. The potential of resonance frequency technology is levitation or anti-gravity possibilities. There is a rumor that has been going around the truther community for decades now about a 10th century Arabic scholar writing about the Egyptians speaking on a legend that says the pyramids were built with resonance technology. This scholar, al-Masudi, an integral Arabic scholar, sometimes referred to as the Herodotus of the Arabs, wrote a prolific book about the ancient past titled Meadows of Gold. Many authors have claimed that Masudi spoke about the legend of the levitating pyramid stones in his book. The same usual quote has been used time and time again, but there is no mention of this in his book at all. This is even passively mentioned by big shows like Ancient Aliens. I'm not sure when or how the rumor started, but Masudi never spoke on a legend about the pyramid's construction. The Arabic scholar that did, however, was another prolific scholar named al-Makrizi. Writing from the 14th century in his Al-Kitat, he mentioned that some paper with writing on it was put on the stones. After being placed on the stones, the workers would blow on the paper, and for some reason, this would allow them to be pushed easily at great distances. Because of this explanation, some fringe writers have concluded that the paper had magic spells written on them. The quote that everyone in the truther community ascribed to al-Masudi actually belongs to al-Makrizi, and unfortunately, it has nothing to do with levitation. However, al-Makrizi points out that there is no agreement on the time of their construction, the names of those who have raised them, or the cause of their erection. Many conflicting and unfounded legends have been told of them. The pyramids very well could have been built with resonance technology. No one knows. What is fascinating is that the projects the scientists and Carlson are working on could open up a whole new era of technology for humans and our future. That is, if there is no interference and suppression by the hidden powers that be.